Well, this is the moment we've been waiting for and watching for. This is the view now from Chopper 3 as the Super Bowl champions are about to land. They have landed there in Philadelphia. The plane is on the ground there. The Eagles beat the Chiefs 40-22 last night to win their second Super Bowl, and a crowd of fans have gathered out there at Philadelphia International Airport to greet the team.
Now, of course, I believe only 3 of the players on that plane have ever experienced what they're about to experience once they get off of that plane, and also once they reach the NovaCare complex. Of course, Lane Johnson, Jake Elliott, and Brandon Graham. Dan Snyder is on the ground awaiting the Eagles, and he has more right now. Dan?
Yeah, Siafa, Natasha, I am here with some very, very excited Eagles fans. We have moved over to the median. We are steps away from where the Eagles will land. You can see kind of what's going on the tarmac right now. We got the fire trucks coming in. We are anticipating some sort of ceremonial water arrival for your Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles as they return home to Philadelphia with some great hardware on board that plane. Lots of folks out here. Some have been here since as early as 12:30. So they've been waiting 4 hours just to catch a glimpse of that Lombardi Trophy. We can see people are sort of kind of gathering here on the tarmac. So we are anticipating that the Eagles are going to be here very, very shortly. We do have police out here directing a little traffic. And again, just a lot of Eagles fans waiting to see their players, waiting to see this team that a lot of people today have described to us as the best Eagles team they have ever seen. That wasn't just a win last night. That was a dominating win for the Eagles. That defense on a tear. You know, we were at the airport earlier talking to people arriving home from that game. They said this was basically a home game for the Eagles. We heard it described as 65% Eagles fans there in the Superdome, all there to cheer on the Eagles, and that team really, really showed up for the fans who made that trip, really showed up for the city of Philadelphia to bring home that second Lombardi Trophy. Things moving a little slowly here on the tarmac. Keep an eye out for those trucks and seeing which plane can come in, but you can hear it behind me. We've been hearing it all day. Take a listen.
Get 'em high and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Yeah, they're on about 3 hours of sleep. They don't care. They're here to see the Eagles. They want to see all of these guys get off the plane.
Go ahead, Natasha.
Go ahead, guys.
No, I was going to say it's the chant heard around the world at this point because it's like that's what they're living on adrenaline right now. They're living on the motivation and the celebration and can't wait to see their teammates.
I don't know how they have the energy. I mean, my voice is strained right now from all the yelling I did last night, so I can't imagine being out there for hours on end and cheering some more.
Right. I don't think they ever stopped cheering.
That's a good point.
I think it's just been a continuous cheer, Dan.
You know, Natasha, Siafa, I had this conversation the other day. I don't think I've had a conversation with someone over the last 2 weeks that did not end with Go Birds. And I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon here. You know, these folks here are just excited. There's so much excitement throughout the city to see this team. And, you know, it's not that long since Philadelphia has had a Lombardi Trophy here. But you had that letdown a few years ago to the Chiefs. And this being a revenge game, and in just the fashion they won it. I mean, I think that has really, really ramped people up. Getting revenge on the Chiefs and doing it in such dominating fashion, people are so excited here. And you know what? With how young this team is, with this core that could be around for some time, there's a lot of excitement building around the Philadelphia Eagles for not just one Lombardi for this team, but maybe a few. And there's already some talk of that going on. I think they'll be happy with this one right now, but there's at least one eye peeking a little bit ahead into the next few years as we await for the Eagles to land here back home in Philadelphia.
It's funny to hear Dan say this as a lifelong Eagle fan. I just want all my friends to focus on this because it's so hard to even rationalize this. I mean, 1980 they went to the Super Bowl in New Orleans, Super Bowl 15, then they lost. It took another 24 years to go back. They lost that one in heartbreaking fashion. It took another 13 years to go back. They finally won. And then we had to the destruction of that team, the Carson Wentz drama and everything else. We get over all that, go back in 2022, we're up by 10 at halftime, lose that one in heartbreaking fashion. We need to just focus on and enjoy the moment that we're in, because it is so rare that you wake up and your team has won not just the championship, but to do it in dominating fashion.
Yeah.
There's a historian, Ray Didinger, who last night said he cannot remember another Philadelphia team winning a title in this emphatic a fashion. Maybe the '83 Sixers, but that's about it in modern time.
Yeah, they left no doubt. And what I love, Dan, and what you showed earlier, you were talking to a gentleman out there who had his entire family with him. You know, just how important this team is to Philadelphians, to families. It's such a uniting force. Tell me about just what you're feeling and seeing out there with these fans and the love they have and the love they spread within their family for this team.
You know, guys, we know how much sports means to people here in Philadelphia, maybe more than any other city in America. Sports are so ingrained in people. They go from generation to generation to generation. And we've seen people, you know, we talked to a family who's been out here since 12:30. And, you know, the one guy told us, he said, look, I was here when they won the championship. I wanted to bring the rest of the family here. I wanted to create what he called a core memory with my grandkids of being here, seeing this team get off the plane, seeing them hoist that Lombardi Trophy. That was just really, really cool to me. Just how this flows through the generations, how ingrained the Eagles are as part of the fabric of Philadelphia. And Siafa, you know, something you really brought up here, as it appears the plane is coming in right now. John Claudio's got a good shot of it for us here, but the plane is coming in right now. Siafa, I wanted to touch on this for a second, something you had said. You know, we talk to people who have been Eagles fans since the day they were born for the last 50 years, and some of the newer fans, the younger fans, and there is such that divide. Those folks who remember going from Jaworski and then all those years to McNabb going back to the Super Bowl, and then having to wait and wait and wait. And then you have this newer generation who's been to 3 Super Bowls in 7 years and won 2 of them.
They're spoiled, Dan. I mean, they're spoiled, these
kids.
It's
really, really interesting. You know what? Spoil them. Give them some more titles. How about that?
I agree.
Yeah, this is a good spoiling. This is a good
This
spoiling.
appears to be. But it appears we have the Philadelphia Eagles landing back home in Philly with that Super Bowl trophy on board that plane. You can see right in front of you there. We are just waiting for the team to get off, and this crowd gathering around. They can't wait to get up there and just catch a glimpse. You know, we don't know, is the team going to come over? Are they going to come over and say hi? Are they going to come over and talk to these fans? We're waiting to see that, but I think, you know, most of these people would just take a, hey, I'm super excited to see you. So we can see the stairs are now coming over to the plane. These guys, you know, we talked about the fans being on not much sleep. You know, these Eagles, they were on Bourbon Street for a week, couldn't have a whole lot of fun. That was a business trip for them. They went down, took care of business. I think they had a lot of fun last night. So they might be a little tired right now, but I think they're going to show up for the city.
And Dan, I know you're with the fans out there with the plane, and they're going to be getting off the plane, heading to the NovaCare on buses. And so we've got a whole nother group that we're seeing waiting for them at the NovaCare complex once they get there. So this is just going to be just quite the journey, a celebratory journey from the airport all the way to the NovaCare complex.
Absolutely, and a well-deserved journey. You know, we saw last night how many people care, how important this is to people in this city, and they're going to show out. Every time they get a chance to see this team, they are going to show up and see this team, just to catch a glimpse, even if they can. You know, like I said, we have people out here who have been Eagles fans for 60 years. We have people here who this is their first Super Bowl that they've seen. And it's great to see that mixing, and really just how important this team is to families here, to the culture of Philadelphia. It's very, very cool to see.
You know, something else, I know Natasha has touched on this, but the unifying force that sports has, there's just nothing like it. It doesn't matter your skin color, your ethnicity, your politics, where you live, geographical differences. None of it matters when the team that we all root for accomplishes something so great that's bigger than all of us. It's just magical.
Kneel down. The cameras are right here. Kneel down, bud.
Hey, Siafa, it's great. And you know what? On Friday, I was at the Reading Terminal Market, and that was kind of brought up. Like, hey, it's just really cool to see everybody in the city with one real message. Go Birds. That's the message. That's it. Everybody's together around that. There you go. Go Birds.
I know. You couldn't go anywhere
Looks
without
like we have somebody going up to the...
Are they opening the door?
No, go ahead, Natasha.
Looks like they're opening the door or preparing to open the door.
We are getting close. We have somebody up at the door.
You can still hear the chants. It's hilarious.
A lot of cities would not be televising this, by the way. This is uniquely Philadelphia.
Oh, this is Philadelphia. This is Philly all day, and rightfully so. Philly proud. We're Philly proud. Take a look.
Okay.
Okay.
Siafa, Natasha, the door is open, and here we go.
Welcome home, guys.
Here come your world champion Philadelphia Eagles.
Excuse me.
Big Dom.
Big Dom. Of course, Big Dom is holding down the fort. There it is.
Jeffrey Lurie. Nick Sirianni. 2 Super Bowl appearances in his first 4 seasons as head coach. I'm telling you,
they're passing that around very gingerly, the Lombardi.
back in early October, there was a big contingent of this fan base that would not have been upset if Nick Sirianni had lost his job. And today, this afternoon, he's a Super Bowl champion. Howie Roseman, the architect of this team. Yeah. I think a future Hall of Famer. 2nd Super Bowl trophy.
Oh, here are the chants. There we go.
And Jeffrey Lurie, arguably the greatest owner in, I don't want to get too hyperbolic, again, in modern time, the greatest owner in Philadelphia sports.
Yeah, you can see how he meshed with the team. They were in the locker room with him last night, dancing last night, him and Howie. It's just amazing. I mean, you just feel this synergy between them. It's almost like somebody said, it was almost like a college locker room almost after a game, you know?
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing to see that. So we're seeing some of the players there. Siafa, you see, who's that?
Looks like Nolan Smith, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
no, that's
yeah.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson, I believe.
Okay. I'm waiting to see Jalen. Is he? I know he's
Isn't Jalen in Florida?
Oh, is he in Florida?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, so he's in. Oh, he's still in Florida. Okay.
Super Bowl MVPs get treated a little differently.
Well, we'll see him when he gets back from Florida. Some things you got to do first.
I believe that's Lane
That's
Johnson,
Lane right
number
there.
65, his 2nd Super Bowl title.
Wait, what are they chanting?
They are calling for the
Parade
trophy.
down
They
Broad
want
Street.
the trophy brought over to the fence. We'll see. We'll see. There's still time.
Okay, yeah, they're just making their way down the stairs here. I'm certain they're tired, but they're going to be pumped up by all the excitement seeing these fans and how welcome they are to be back home, bringing the Lombardi Trophy back to Philadelphia once again.
Where it belongs, Natasha.
That's right. Where it belongs. So we'll see. Like you said, they'll probably come over. I'm sure they're going to get closer to the fans. I mean, this is a fan base like none other, as you know, Siafa.
Absolutely.
Like none other in the country. And everybody knows that. Philly fans are they're different in a great way. I mean, the passion is unparalleled and how they feel about their team. And it shows in every aspect of their lives. I don't think I walked around the city even before the Super Bowl, the day before. I've never seen so much green. Yeah, it was a sea of green. You couldn't turn anywhere. I was like, okay, I got it.
And it's not the middle of March.
No, it's not. It's not St. Patrick's Day. It's Eagles green all day, though. It was amazing.
Well, something's happening. They're getting louder.
I think they're walking over toward the fans. Some of them are, right?
Zach Baum, he's due for a new contract. He's going to be handsomely rewarded in a few months.
Rightfully so.
Pro linebacker. Unbelievable.
Oh, here we go, guys.
Okay.
The trophy is coming over to the fans. The trophy is coming over to the fans here. The players, they are all walking it over, and these fans, you can see them. They are piled high on this fence.
This is what they've been waiting for. They're going to get a glimpse of that trophy up close and personal.
Look at all the phones. Such a sign of the times.
I mean, Siafa and Natasha, we've seen a couple homemade Lombardi trophies, but there's nothing like seeing the real thing up close and personal.
Yeah, nothing compares to the real deal. Yeah, this is amazing just to see and hear. It's almost palpable. It's like we're miles and miles away, obviously, here on TV, but it's like we can just feel the excitement all the way here in the studio.
Hi guys, I know it may be tough to see through that crowd of people that's there, but it looks like Nick Sirianni right up at the fence with that trophy, showing it off to the fans. These fans that have been with this team, you know, you go back, like you talked about, Siafa, in October. This is a 2-2 football team, lots of questions, and after that, it was just a tear for this team, and an emphatic and dominating stamp of a Super Bowl victory.
I will say,
and these fans have been with them through it all.
Yeah, they got destroyed by Tampa Bay. They did play that game without A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert. They got destroyed by Tampa Bay, though, the bye week. Then they came back against Cleveland, and it was an uninspiring win. And during that win, don't forget, Nick Sirianni starts joining with Eagles fans. The next week, I believe, I'm not sure if it was the Giants game, then they beat Jacksonville, and he had several questionable calls in that game. So the Heat started again, and then they really got on a roll. And, you know, what we saw last night is just unbelievable. A true story of resilience, though.
Yeah, it really is. And what are you, Dan, tell us a little bit about what you're sensing and feeling out there, since you're right there in the middle of the crowd.
I mean, the only way to describe it is just pure enthusiasm for this team. Getting up to that fence. I think these folks who are right up against that fence, getting that look at that Lombardi Trophy, being able to talk with the players. I mean, they were within talking distance of these fans. And I just think it's really great. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people are flooding out of here. They might be trying to get over to the NovaCare to catch a second glimpse if they can. But it looks like the team is now headed back to the buses, and that is where they'll be heading, to the NovaCare. Then, in all likelihood, home to get a much-deserved rest and rest up for Friday.
Go Eagles.
Absolutely. I hear the Go Eagles, go Eagles. Yeah, because we're seeing the other part of our screen just a second ago. We're seeing the folks at the NovaCare Center. They're patiently waiting there, Dan, to see their team as well and to see that trophy. So, you know, like I said, this is going to be quite the celebratory journey right there from the airport to the NovaCare complex.
And, of course, the crowd waiting at the NovaCare complex. I mean, they're going to erupt when they start seeing those buses.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to be right there to meet them. And that's the whole, we're seeing them right there. Right now, they're calm.
Patiently waiting.
They're calm right now. That's not going to be the case. I don't know how long it's going to take them to wind their way around to the NovaCare complex, but I'm sure we'll know when they get close. Well, Dan, it got pretty quiet out there. What's going on?
Yeah, are people leaving?
Yeah, are they leaving? Are they trying to catch up with them and make sure they get to the NovaCare?
It sure did get quiet. It looks like the team is heading back to the buses, so they are loading up with the Lombardi, and they're going to head on over to the NovaCare complex. And, you know, folks here, they stood outside, some of them for 4.5 hours, all just for these couple of minutes. And you know what? I think they'd tell you, well worth it, just to be able to get that look, to see their team bring home a world championship.
Yeah, we were just talking, Siafa, we were talking to Dan earlier. We're seeing it for ourselves, some of the kids that were being hoisted up on shoulders of their family members, and just trying to get a glimpse as well, just generational happiness and just a generational level of pride when it comes to Philadelphia Eagles fans. I mean, you can see it, you can feel it. I've been in the city 20-some years now, and that's the first thing I noticed and the first thing that I knew about the city. I mean, they're passionate, loyal to a fault. And
sports are really, it really involves family, especially football, though, because there's so few games. There are only, 17 regular season games, and if you're lucky, 3 or 4 playoff games. So it's a meeting. It's a meeting. It's a situation where you meet every Sunday or Monday or Thursday, as it may be, in 2025. And it really bonds families. It's something that you do together.
It's generational, just like they were saying. It's generational. You saw that in the shots that we're seeing there with the kids who are just trying to get a glimpse of that Lombardi Trophy with their parents or their grandparents and family members. It's a family affair.
In fact, my 16-year-old wanted to go to a friend's house for the Super Bowl, and I was like, nope.
You wanted to stay close, stay with family?
If they were to win, I wanted us all to be together.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what it was like. I can only imagine the Super Bowl parties that were happening last night, and just just the bond there.
So, and this is funny. So her friends came over to our house, and one of her friends said, "I wish my parents were as into sports as yours are." Now, she says yours, she means me, not my wife, but and they were just watching me, and every time I erupted, they were laughing in the background. So, but
it's just small eruptions, I'm sure.
Very small, very controlled.
Volcanic eruptions. All right, Nikki Dimitri is at the NovaCare complex. Nikki, I see you there with the fans who are patiently waiting behind you. We know that the players are loading onto buses right now, heading your way. So, tell me what you're thinking. What's going to happen, you think, when they see those buses wind around there?
Okay, Natasha, I just want to break it down for you for a second. So we just saw some buses come through, family, some coaches, some big names. Jay Wright just came off the bus, and everyone has been so excited. Anytime they see someone walk down there off the bus, they are cheering. Just like this. But I want to bring it back to Natalie over here. Natalie's from South Jersey. She was also one of the first people out here.
I think I was right after her. She was the first one. I got here about 1:15.
So we were just talking about, and you guys were just talking about family, an Eagles family.
It is.
Just tell me, I mean, you guys don't know each other. You don't know each other. You became family.
We did, and it's always that way. If you bleed green, you're family.
I mean, it makes you want to cry for a second. I mean, it really does. It's emotional, right?
Very emotional, very emotional. It's been a very exciting day here today with everybody celebrating the excitement of them coming home and bringing us back that Lombardi Trophy that we've been waiting for 7 years since the last time.
I mean, we saw some folks watching the coverage, watching Dan, bring that Lombardi down. I saw some cheers shed. Yeah. I mean, what do you think is going to happen when you see it?
Probably some tears. Probably some tears. It'll be very exciting to be here with my daughter and my son, and my son's girlfriend, Summer. It's nice to do it with family, and then everybody else who becomes family.
And that's what this is all about, right? This is all about a family.
Yep. That's all I did last night after they won. I said, we're bringing the Lombardi Trophy back to Philly.
Say that one more time louder.
We're bringing the Lombardi Trophy back to Philly.
Did you guys hear that?
Let's go!
Excitement is high here, guys. As you can hear, we've heard this a couple dozen times. That being said, we do have some quiet moments at this, and I want to tell you it's because a lot of people around here have lost their voice. I was in Fishtown last night, and it was electric there. I saw videos, obviously, from Center City. I live in South Jersey. It was crazy there. So we got to save our voice a little bit to make sure these guys know they have a very warm welcome home.
Yeah, they have to save their voices for Friday for the parade, Nikki. I mean, you got to at least, at least after today, you got to rest it a little for a few days.
Will that be shown again?
Exactly. You have to rest it just a little bit because we have a lot of cheering to do on Friday and every day until then. And you guys are hearing cheering. We just saw there have been little golf carts. You could see past some of those news crews. They're waving over there. They've been golf carts of people coming. They're going to their cars and things like that. I'm seriously telling you guys, anytime anybody comes out, it's like crazy, pandemonium. And they don't even know who a lot of these people are. They're just family and friends, but we love them all, right? Pretty much every time. We just get an Eagles chant.
Nikki, are folks out there
It's
watching?
really fun.
Are folks out there watching coverage to know when the buses leave the airport?
Oh, yeah, people have been watching, and we've been yelling it out because we're listening to you guys, obviously, in our ear, and so we're yelling out, buses are coming, they're loading on. And pretty much this is the response we get.
There you go.
I want to spin you around really quick. We've been seeing a lot of signs. Take a look at that one. Winning. It's a Philly thing, just in case you guys forgot.
Yeah, just in case. That's a good reminder. We love that. Well, you'll have to keep them updated, Nikki, since you're breaking.
I was gonna say,
Great
guys,
job reporting.
You're breaking the news for them as to how close the buses are going to be.
Hey, that is is what we do. I want to just talk about one other quick thing. We've been out here since 12:30ish, right, Will? About 12:30. We were over at the pro shop earlier this morning. We were talking with some fans. Some I actually see in here, and they said, I'm going to go grab my Super Bowl merch. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to wait. I don't care how cold it is. I don't care. I'll find somewhere to use the restroom if I have to. I'll go get food later. They wanted to be here to make sure that these guys know they have a family, win or lose. I was at the airport 2 years ago when we lost, where Dan was, and I remember all those people came out and they said, we got this. We're going to come back. We're going to come back. And how many people did I talk to today say, we're going to come back? And we came back, right? We came back.
Came back, yes. We always do. Next year, we got it again.
Marianne, next year?
Next year, we got it again. Super Bowl. Run it back.
Run it back.
Who said 3-peat? We did a 2-peat.
Run it back.
So you heard it here first. Breaking news. We're going to run it back, guys.
Thank you, Nikki.
Nikki, thank you.
Well, let's get back to Dan Siafa. He's out there, obviously, at the airport. Dan, you've got some folks out there who are they waiting to see the buses leave, or tell me what's happening?
Natasha, I'm with Jake from Delaware County. He brought the whole family out with him today. You guys have been here for a while, right?
Long time, very long time. 12:30, I believe we got here, yeah.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It's tough to see once the crowd rushed over, but made some memories. It was fun.
What'd you get to see when you ran up there?
Got some glimpses of the trophy a little bit. The kids got up on some shoulders. I think saw a couple in the Sirianni and stuff like that, so it was fun, yeah.
You know, what does it mean to you to be out here with your kids? We talk so much about how the Eagles are so ingrained in Philadelphia, and it goes from generation to generation. What's it mean to be out here with the kids?
It's awesome. It's great. It's just passing it down to the next generation. Been a fan forever, so watching the new guys come up and sharing it with them and making memories, it's been great. It's been awesome.
For some of these little guys, I can tell this is probably their first Super Bowl.
That's right. You know what? They were alive for the first, but they were like 1 year old, so I don't think they remember that one. But yeah, this is their first time. Yeah.
This is one they're going to remember.
Absolutely, forever, hopefully. Yeah.
What can you say about this team? You know, a lot of these guys, they were there 2 years ago, didn't get it done, and then just to win this game like they did, what can you say about them?
It's just great. It's the resiliency and the learn from that loss. I know Jalen had the loss on his cell phone screen for a while, just to use that as motivation and then come back and do it again. It's been amazing. They did a great job.
And now we celebrate, right?
Absolutely, all week. We'll go the next year, yeah.
All right, can you guys give me an EAGLES Eagles?
EAGLES Eagles!
Thanks, guys. All right, thanks so much. Go celebrate. It's fun out here, guys. Everybody's just having fun. The whole city is celebrating this team, and it's so great to see.
Absolutely. I'm just smiling ear to ear. It's just so beautiful.
This is going to be a week-long celebration, Dan. You heard them say that, right? This is just the beginning. They're going to be celebrating the entire week up through Friday.
And then after.
There's no way this is just going to be a week. I mean, I think we're celebrating till what?
Till the next Super Bowl?
Maybe September. Maybe when the preseason games start.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we got to savor the moment. Savor the moment. Thank you so much, Dan. We appreciate it. Well, we're seeing the buses there, Siafa.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the buses are taking off.
Nikki, if you're listening, the buses are now departing the airport. If you want to share with your new friends that the buses are departing the airport. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
How many of them is it?
7. I counted 7.
7 buses. 7 buses heading to the NovaCare complex, where they will meet another round of Philly fans who will be chanting and screaming and just extremely excited to see their Philadelphia Eagles and that Lombardi Trophy.
And that Lombardi, that's what it's all about, that Lombardi Trophy. And you know, as I was listening to Dan speak with the gentleman there from Delco and just talk about sharing this with his children and passing it on, the losses. And, you know, he talked about the resiliency of this team. The losses are a part of what makes this so sweet. I mean, I remember the feeling I had last January when they got beaten up by Tampa Bay, and I was disgusted and dejected, and I didn't want to talk to anybody.
I remember.
Or the Super Thanks, Natasha. Or in 2022 when they lost the Super Bowl, I just sat there stunned because they had a 10-point lead at halftime, and it hurts so much that this is the reward.
Yeah, and this is what it's all about. Like I said, it's all about the moment and the way they came back. They left no doubt on that field last night that they were the better team. I mean, it was nearly a shutout for a long time.
I was mad when the Chiefs scored.
Yeah, it was almost a shutout for a very, very long time. But again, just just a sweet taste of victory. In Philadelphia, the city of Rocky, come on now, we don't give up.
Never. How can you?
Absolutely not. So you take the good with the bad, and this is all good. This is amazing, and we're so happy to see them back here in Philadelphia right now.
With the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah, so they're gonna there's 6-7 buses.
Yep.
They're winding their way around.
As well.
Winding their way around. We're going to see them at the NovaCare Center. That is when they will be getting off the bus. They will be getting off the bus to more chants, more love from Philadelphia Eagles fans who are waiting for them on the other side.
To see the second Lombardi Trophy. That trophy will now join the other one already at the NovaCare complex from Super Bowl 52.
All right, we're savoring the moment, guys, and we're going to continue to watch the journey here take place. As we see them wind around to the NovaCare Center. So we're going to watch this, and we're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, we'll be right back. No, we're gonna continue this for a little bit longer, I guess, until they actually leave the airport grounds. I would love to know what the conversations are like on that bus, you know?
Yeah, I would too. Too bad we don't have a little birdie in there to tell us. But again, we're watching this. This is the buses there, at least 7 buses heading to the NovaCare complex carrying our Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. We are going to be back with you right after this break as they wind their way around to greet more fans.
Go Birds!